Okay, boys, I don't know if this is going to be a second channel video or a Patreon video, but today we are going to be looking back at some videos, their performance, and really getting down to the nitty gritty of what videos have worked for me, why they haven't worked for me, and what is my skill set. Now, what I mean by skill set, if you were subscribed to the Patreon, I brought up this theory that I found from DougDoug, which is another YouTuber, who gave this concept of when you're trying to make good content and unique content that is specific to you, that will make you, I guess, flourish more effectively as a YouTuber. He says that everybody has two skill sets, two things that they are either naturally good at or are very quick to pick up, and it's unique to them, very specific to them, that if you're able to blend these two things together on a certain topic, not saying that you'll generate views, but it'll feel more authentic to you, people resonate with authenticity, and you will eventually, without you knowing, make way better videos, and videos that just feel better to you, okay? So I saw Dodford do this. He made like a huge spreadsheet. I'm on Dodford's Patreon. He made like a huge spreadsheet of all the videos he's made so far and section them all off depending on, I'll explain each like category, but he split it up into categories on how well they did and then his overall satisfaction with the video. Let me see if I can pull up my channel real quick. One sec. I did this already. I actually did this twice actually. I did it once by myself where the how to get the skill set. I'm not going to get too in depth into this, but how to get the skill mix is DougDoug basically says that you get a list of all the things you liked from beginning to end, from things you like now, the things you used to like as a kid, all these little memories, make like 20 to 30 things you remember liking. Then go back down that list and say the things that, why you like these things. And then with the things that you say why you like them, try group them up into 1 to 2 groups, usually 2, maybe 3, but usually 2, and you can see some sort of correlation as to how you're wired as a person, what you like, you know, gravitate towards, depending, no matter what the situation is. It could be 2 completely different specific stories or memories in your head, but it has like a through line of, oh, I like this one thing about life that I really enjoy. Let me see if I can implement this into this video. And for me, the 2 things are, from what I noticed, is talking about relatable, nostalgic topics and emotional storytelling. And I think the emotional storytelling part is really broad because he also had emotional storytelling in his thing. I'm rambling, but long story short, emotional storytelling, nostalgia. I thought it'd be cool to see, is that true? And how well does that perform in terms of it being true or not, and what I can do to actually improve on this. So it's more so an experiment to me and a little capsule and timeline, but I'm sharing to you guys. Again, might be on the Patreon, might be on second channel. We shall see. But you know, yeah, let's get into it. So I just uploaded the Gumball video like literally 2 days ago. So how it's sectioned off is it's the video title with little icon, because I thought it would be fun, whether it's uploaded or not. So I'm low-key spoiling myself on the 2 new videos I am working on. I don't know which one I'm working on yet. I'm actually like literally scripting out both of them today, and I'm going to feel it out because I want to get a video out before the end of May. Its overall response as like in terms of video performance, and then my overall satisfaction with it, and then the date as well, and then also the link of the script and whatnot. So, the Gumball video, I would say I only said okay because the video's only been out for a day. I literally changed the thumbnail up literally like before I hopped on here. 2.4K in a day is not bad. I just need to see what it really, I can't say for sure how well it's going to perform. I usually know within like a week or 2, a week and a half, how well this video is going to do, if it's going to rise, if it's going to be a slow cook, whatever. But I really enjoyed that video. And for reasons why is because I experimented a lot with different arts forms. Because I always felt like I always like to make a video an experiment into trying something new. But I don't want it to be too forced. But it worked for Gumball because the whole point of the video for Gumball was that it's impressive that such a cartoon exists with so many different art styles. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get back into Blender. I'm going to get back into green screening. And let's just see what happens. So I enjoyed it. So I said happy. Now it is very happy. I didn't put that there because, you know, looking back at it, there's still some things I would change. But, you know, yeah. So you can see there, response okay, satisfaction happy. The Assassin's Creed video. the longest video I have done and the longest video that's taken me to do. Unfortunately, I would have to say neutral on that. For multiple reasons. I didn't like how long it took. I rewrote the script almost 3 different times because I just couldn't get it down to the nitty gritty. And then when I did get it finally done, it was manageable and it was serviceable. Like I thought, like it's still like, okay, this is a cool video idea, but there's a certain pizzazz, a certain jolt I get when I know I'm in love with this video topic. I didn't really get it with Assassin's Creed. Okay, I'm probably not gonna look back. I rewatch my videos, guys. Shocker. I know maybe that's a bit of an egoistic thing, but when I videos I really like, within that first month, if it's uploading, I will rewatch that video when I'm in the car and just like just get giddy over like, oh my gosh, I made that. I'm not doing that with Assassin's Creed. I think that's a one and done. I already looked back at a good few clips from Power Rangers. No, from the Gumball video. So that's why I said happy. And the performance, you know, it's good. Like 17K isn't bad, especially for a channel my size and the length. And it's a slow burner, but I think it's going to taper out at maybe like 23K. I don't think it does more than that. So I just said good, because for me, my channel, I'll just say anything above 10K is decent. I had a video here that I was working on, dropped it, so I called it a hiatus. Now this is the one that really got me, and we're going to see I think we're going to see a common trend here. I had a really specific shower thought with this video talking about cartoon close-ups, most specifically SpongeBob cartoon close-ups. I don't know if you guys even watched that video, but this is it here. Right here, 1.8K. So we're gonna say that's a mega flop. Anything below 10K, anything below 10K to me is a mega flop. But I enjoyed making that video. I enjoyed researching about it and then just getting into it to talk about. Now that crosses the first check mark. I want to write this down actually. So it's nostalgic, relatability, and emotional storytelling. Right. So, it's SpongeBob. I grew up on SpongeBob. It was cool to actually find out the history behind this stuff, but honestly, I don't think I made it relatable enough for people to want to click on it. I don't think it hit that target audience yet, which is why it mega flopped. And I also think I probably could have changed the scope a bit to make it a little bit more clickable. I think when people think of close-ups, like the title is something like, what's the title? The Disturbing History of Cartoon Close-Ups. Like it's very video essayist title. I was racking my brain at it, so I just gave up and made something really basic. But I don't think it attracts new people who don't know what close-ups are, and the people who do know, I think it's still not really that interesting enough. So I think that's the reason why it flopped. I think it was highly specific and it didn't really kind of draw people in with it. The Sonic movie, another video that took me a long time to make for a different reason. I just couldn't find a good angle that was interesting. I already made a Sonic video, and the reason why I made a second one was, number one, I had thoughts about the movie, but I didn't want to make it a review. And number two, I watched another video essay by Al the Boy, which some people actually said in the channel. If you look at the, I'm not gonna pull it up, but some people called me out for completely copying Al the Boy, which some parts I actually genuinely did. But the problem is with me, when I really like a video essay, I'm gonna take some bits and bobs from the video. This is in my, like, I have a playlist called Bangers. This is a banger video essay. And as soon as I watched it, I said I knew I need to make a Sonic the Hedgehog video again. But I didn't make it original enough, and I didn't really have that much to say to garner another video. So I was there racking my brain for ages. I almost scrapped this video like 2 times. So yeah, I got it out in the end because I've learned the art of not being a perfectionist, but I'm unhappy with that video. The response was decent enough. I think I did enough to kind of get the Sonic community to at least watch it a bit, so that's why it's at 12K. But you know, not really happy with it. Again, kind of nostalgic. I think the emotional storytelling was kind of there. I think that's what kind of carried it through, but a lot of stuff was just kind of just janky in that video. So the male sacrifice video. This one was the Venn diagrams in school connecting together, because it's something not nostalgic per se, but relatable. Something relatable that I feel very strongly about. I am that guy in the gym spamming videos in my ear like I'm about to do like 100v1 against the gorilla. I am that person. And a lot of people are like that. A lot of guys are like that. So, mega banger in terms of response. And I am happy with it. I won't say I'm super happy, because there are sections in that video I think were drawn out. Literally, my friend watched it yesterday. He told me he watched it yesterday. He said he enjoyed it, but he said it was kind of long though. And for me personally, that means that the pacing was bad. I don't believe that if the pacing was top tier, he would have said that. So that's a note to me that I made that video with fluff. There was fluff in that video. So that's why I said I'm happy, but I'm not super happy with it. But it speaks on that little gap that I need to be looking for in terms of what videos work for me. And this is a disclaimer. I don't like, every time I've sat down and tried to come up with a video idea, it never works. It never works out. It's something I watch or something I experience that pops into my head like, oh, that'd be a good video idea, after already experiencing some form of art or content or just experiencing life. So you as a little disclaimer, you can't, I don't know, maybe other people are like this and they have an engine of churning out videos, but for me, you just gotta watch and experience more stuff. I don't even do that enough. So I was very lucky to get that male sacrifice video in my head just randomly as I was in the gym listening to that. So I was like, you know what, why do we always obsess over stuff? Video idea, bang bang bang. But sometimes some stuff just aren't worth the video, and I need to learn that. So that's why I made this list. The Fujimoto video, again, I think I enjoyed the audio experience and trying to animate manga panels in it.
The world's best artist.
Because I haven't made a manga video in a while, so I kind of missed it a bit.
Some sort of reaction.
I'm trying to make it this hits on the emotional storytelling. There's no nostalgia in here, but it doesn't hit on the emotional. It doesn't hit on the nostalgia, but the emotional storytelling is there. The music is there.
She's gonna pop a few glances. I mean, before this, people.
I was really moved by this story when I read it. Both Look Back and Goodbye Eri. So I instantly went to make a video on it, which is why I'd say, where am I now? Oh, I said I was neutral about it. I would say I was happy with the satisfaction of the video. Actually, no, I know why. Because I didn't know how to end it. It turned into a review again, and I didn't know how to tie it up. And when I found the information about Tarantino, I was like, maybe I could end it that way, kind of. But it still didn't. It just felt like out of left field. It didn't have a good like loop, so I just said neutral. But it's very close to happy, but it's neutral. And in terms of the performance, again, could be better. Honestly, could be better. I genuinely feel like this video could pop off. I just couldn't find the right packaging for the video. So 15K, whatever. But we're seeing here, I think, some kind of through line in terms of I'm either doing the emotional storytelling part or I'm doing the nostalgic part. But when I am able to make the nostalgic relatability and the emotional storytelling together, like the Male Sacrifice video, we got ourselves a banger. So let's keep on moving. Now, this one I think is probably... Oh, no, wait. Well, next one is Outer Worlds. Oh, my God. Guys, I think I've never tried to force emotional storytelling as much as I did with this Outer Worlds video. It's actually a blot on my integrity as a creator, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know somebody reached out to me and said that's his favorite video of me. Now, obviously, that's when it came out, so maybe some other videos have beaten it. But like, the 3.3K is deserved, bro. I don't think I tried something and it didn't work out. And then while I knew it was working out, I knew it wasn't working out in real time. So I tried to force emotion. But I stand heavily on this now after watching this video. You can't say, oh, how do I make this scene more sad? How do I make this scene, like, how do I grip them more? You just you keep in the mind at the back of your head, maybe, but you just be honest with the video. And whatever people feel, they feel. I remember the final part that was kind of poetic when I was trying to give up on the video, give up on the challenge of me playing the game, and then something ended up working out. That's good, but the way I went about it, Nah, and the fact that it's 28 minutes, it did not need to be 28 minutes. Honestly, I can see why I was unhappy and it mega flopped. It just didn't hit either side. It didn't do emotional storytelling. It didn't do the emotional storytelling part badly. It didn't do the emotional storytelling part well, and it flopped. As a quick segue, before I get into my content menu video, actually, I can still talk about this. Somebody who knows what they're doing and is a perfect example of, I don't know if he knows, but like you can just tell his identity as a YouTuber, is Internet Pit Stop. Good old IP. Good old IP. When you look at this guy's channel and you watch a couple of his videos, you can kind of get the vibe of what his hyperfixations are. If you watch any of his videos, you know the most common word is atmosphere. Atmosphere, 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 atmosphere. The atmosphere of Silent Hill. Atmosphere in Pokemon games. And you know, he might have a random video here and there, nostalgia, Dragon Ball, or nobody talks about this anime. You know, everybody, you can vary out of your skill set and maybe talk about something a little bit different. But outside of talk about atmosphere, he presents his videos in a way, and I think he said this before, that he is your shitty internet roommate. He is that guy that if you were bunked down with somebody in secondary school is high school for anybody who's American or not Irish anyways, and he's above you in the bunk bed and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep, and this is before you guys all had mobile phones, okay? So you weren't doom scrolling on TikTok, and you're just talking, bro. And that's the vibe he gives. Now, not every time he does it well. Like, and this is hands up if you ever watch this. I'm not calling you out, but you don't perfectly hit it. But when you do, I mean, the results show itself. Appeal of older graphics just feels like this dude who has a hyperfixation talking to his best friend like, I love that video for you. I have not gone to the anime backgrounds ones. Some people love the idea of seeing a long video. Sometimes for me, it's just not for me. The atmosphere of Souls games, you can just tell he loves Souls games to his core, bro. To his core. And yeah, man, you can just tell. And I know I've talked to him before about this. Even his thumbnails just feel like he just got into YouTube. Like, I asked him on thumbnail advice. He's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I just try stuff. But in an ironic way, it adds on to the fact that this isn't a super professional production. This is your shitty internet roommate, you know? Like, I like his identity, and you know, maybe somebody who watches me could figure it out for me. I still feel like my videos are kind of bang, 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 bang. The nostalgia thing is still there, but it's not as thorough as I think he is. But one video that is thorough, and I think it's one of my favorite videos I've ever made, is the death of good console menus. Now, going back on that chart, I said very happy and banger. Now, it wasn't a mega banger, and that's just the algorithm, okay? 190k for me now is not a mega banger. You gotta do at least 300k for me to say mega banger, just because I've had a few videos do pretty well, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but man, I love this video. I love the topic. I loved researching it. I love the fact I got other people involved in it. Internet Pit Stop was there. I'm blanking on his name. This is bad. Stony was there. And hearing them do it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I invited these people, because number one, I wouldn't have spoken as passionately about this because number one. Number two, I just didn't have every single console. So some of this stuff I genuinely just had to research from secondhand experience, like the Xbox. But when I gave it to Stony and I gave it to Internet Pit Stop, who were Xbox fans or were GameCube fans, you could just tell, like, oh man, I loved it. I loved the idea. Emotional storytelling, trying to talk about Fruitiger Arrow and the death of a genre, the death of a style, the death of your childhood, and just being okay with that. I'm ending it off with the music at the end. The amount of, you know the comments that get me, and this is for anybody who wants to bring up my self-esteem, is when people say I cried or I teared up at this video. That is probably the most common, that's probably the most amount of times people have told me that in one singular video, the consoles menu. People tell me they teared up, or when I got to the ending, I was thinking about this in my life, and I love those comments. That resonated because I genuinely felt a ways about this topic. and it translated over to my work. Wasn't my best edited video, wasn't my best well scripted video, but the passion was there and it translated over. So it worked. Banger plus very happy. I'm very glad with that. I'm very happy with that video. Now here we go. You can see the mega flops coming in. Look, you gotta experiment. It is what it is. But the DreamCon video didn't even hit 1K. It didn't even hit 1K. Very much a different kind of video. Not even a video essay, actually. I know it was a mini roundup of DreamCon. I knew a vlog wouldn't do well at all, so I tried to make it some kind of retrospective, funny video. And people who like this, there's always a few comments that actually say they generally did watch it. But look, it didn't hit my target audience. 809 views. Yeah, it died. It died. And I hope you guys don't think that, because what I'm basically saying is because there was no emotional storytelling in this, and because it wasn't nostalgic or relatable, that's why it flopped. I'm saying that those are kind of my skill sets, and it's not impossible to make a video that doesn't involve the two. But in terms of hitting that, what the people want and what I love to do, those are like where I work the best, you know? And what did I even give my satisfaction for this video? I don't think I think I enjoyed making it. Yeah, I was happy making it because I was still off the high of DreamCon, you know? So I was happy to make a video for me. That was really a video for me, but you know, it didn't do too well. Undertale, very unhappy with it. Again, another video that I just couldn't see the hook, the final bit that just wrapped everything together, the symbolic bit that made you say, oh, that's why he said this in the beginning of the video. I live for that kind of stuff, and it just wasn't there. And I think this video is carried by the thumbnail that I copied off Juniper Dev. I'm just giving all my secrets away right now. I have no shame in telling you that there are thumbnail concepts that I will steal from other people, because that's what everyone else does. And YouTube is a game where you look at what someone else does and make an iteration out of it. And the moral argument is how much you change it up. And for this one, I really just said bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, I was really mad because Undertale is one of those things that I said, I'm only going to speak about this when I have something to say. And then I finally found something to say. I just didn't need to be that long. I was waffling and I just didn't like how it was turning out. So again, it took me a while to make this video, I think. Let me see the difference between the Undertale video came out July 10th. And the last time I uploaded before that was June 9th. So it took me a month to make a 15-minute video. For my turnaround speed, especially because I wasn't working back then, not good. Not good at all. So maybe I should have talked a little bit more about how this story affected me, because I do like the character designs. I do like the character designs of Undertale, but maybe I should have leaned more on how the story affected me in general, because I think people do like to hear what I have to say, but I think there's a balance of making sure you bring analytics into it and also emotional storytelling. Because what I've noticed at one point is when I just talk about how I feel about something with nothing backing it up, it just overall doesn't really sell you on something. But when I can back things up, when I can give stats about stuff that happened in real life, and I give facts and then I hit you with my opinions on stuff, it works. It just works. I don't think it was as personal as I wanted it to be, unfortunately. So, but 22K, not bad. Another video that I absolutely love. I think this is probably top 3 videos I've ever made. I love, right? Blue Giant. Niche manga. The sad reality of YouTube is when you make a video on a niche topic, unless your packaging is top tier, your chances of, as a small creator, your chances of popping off are slim to none. And I knew that, but I was so emotionally impacted by the Blue Giant manga that I just went straight to my script. I went straight to watch the movie. I went straight to research everything I could about Blue Giant. So do I regret making the video? No. But as you can see, mega flop, but I was happy. Again, I'm really saving that super happy for something I really love. I could give it super happy. Honestly, I'll give it super happy. No, I'll get it super happy because I was also working with Blender after not working on it for a while. I loved how it, like, you know, it was a bit of a plot summary, but the way I try to emulate the idea of a musical manga, I loved. I think one of my favorite parts in this whole section is when I got Mugen to say just 2 lines after I did this little sequence of events. I did it like 4 different times actually, so I can show each one. But this part right here, sexually harasses them. It makes it's like.
It's jazz.
Animating manga panels is so tedious, but when it comes together, it's so fun and cool. And I have more other stuff like that, but we're not going to get into too much into that. But I'd say the satisfaction there is that's still emotional storytelling right there. I would say that's still emotional storytelling because, again, I remember I said at the beginning that emotional storytelling is broad. I didn't really get into it, but you can, for me anyways, I've been able to express this wanting for emotional storytelling through the right music, through the translating it through the right edit. Like it's very broad. It still is emotional storytelling, but you know, it comes out in different ways. And with YouTube, I found out from different YouTubers how to do that. And one of them is animating manga panels and kind of making a little sequence, little tiny treats after just yapping for ages. I love when people give me a little treat that doesn't need to be there because at the end of the day, it's not really actual information. It is information, but it's not video essay information. Most video essays don't be doing these little musical sequences in between, but I for that, at the time anyways, I lived for that stuff. So emotional storytelling, not nostalgic though, because I just read it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the nostalgic word could be something else. Maybe the nostalgic word is like a couple ladders above, but there's something even deeper about the nostalgic relatability that I need to focus on. And I hope maybe I can find it within this video. I probably don't think I will. I got to really sit down and think about it. But maybe nostalgic relatability is still too broad. And there's 1 or 2 things even deeper into it that I can focus on and say, no, this is what you like. And then nostalgic relatability is an outer shell of it. I don't know. We don't know. But, you know, continuing on. Yeah, here we go. The stinkers. The dark ages. Let's look at this. We need to run through this. This is me actually genuinely trying to experiment. I think I was coming out with like a video every week and a half. So, hey, man, forgive me, bruh. Popular anime. Didn't really enjoy this video, but I was trying to think of something to do. And I did have a thought that, man, why is it taking me ages to ever watch popular anime? So I went to go research it, and I remember a video by, his name is Daryl Talks Games. And it's talk about why you never finish popular games. And he talks about a little theory. That's my Pomodoro in it. Thing coming off. A little theory that doctors came up with. That right here. It's a good video. But it's not my kind of video. It's too analytical, and there wasn't. And the thing is, that's the thing, guys. You can copy as much as you want, but you'll never be as good as the original. So when I try to do it his way, and didn't try making my own thing, yeah, I didn't like it, and people didn't resonate with it. And that's just a simple fact of YouTube. That's the ironclad rule, I would say, at least for video essays. So I don't really make it my own thing. And this is a cool video idea, but maybe this is just not for me. Maybe I'm not gonna regret making it, but I wouldn't say this is a Mayorski video, you know? Not at all. However, Sonic the Hedgehog is, and this was the beginning of me getting back into this Blue Burr after like God knows how many years. So let me see. What did I say about the Sonic video? Banger and very happy. Yeah, I do remember I was moving houses and I was just researching and falling in love with Sonic. Because I love Sonic, but I didn't grow up with every single game. I did not have every single Sonic game. So I literally had to either play the games or, for the most part, rewatch cutscenes and story beats and this and that, and watch videos and what people have to say. And I just didn't realize how, number one, how cinematic and goated Sonic 06 was. Never watched that story before, so that was fun. And also, again, I watched another Al the Boy video. See, this is the difference here, because I looked at an Al the Boy video and made it my own thing. The last time I didn't. And you can see that there are sections, leitmotifs, that I did copy off this person. If you go watch this leitmotif video, you can see I did copy off this person, but it wasn't for the whole video. And I still talked about other things he didn't talk about, and I didn't talk about everything he spoke about. Does that make sense? Like, I still have no issue with copying or getting inspiration or saying, oh, I feel like I can add on to this conversation of leitmotifs in Sonic, but I will talk about its storytelling in general with music, not just leitmotifs. How else do they use emotional storytelling? I think for this section of the video, it was leitmotifs. But for another section of the video, it was something else. And then for the final parts, I was talking about Sonic as a character in general and how music affects it. And he didn't do that. At least not to the depth I did it, you know? So I really enjoyed it. And mega flop. Oh no, it's a banger. Yeah, it was a banger. I would say like it's not over 100k, but 74k at the time was still very good. Little Big Planet. Ooh, wow, what did I say? I was very happy with it once again. And can you now for these 3 videos, can you see the through line? Can you see the through line? Even though this one was a mega flop. Grew up at Sonic the Hedgehog. Grew up a Little Big Planet. Grew up on couch co-op, things that it came to mind at the time, but I honestly already knew extensive knowledge about because I already played these things. I enjoyed these things. I experienced these things, you know. The passion is there. And for a Little Big Planet video, I think it's pretty niche. A random video. Nothing happened about Little Big Planet. It wasn't a current topic. I'm happy with 45k. I'm happy that people were able to watch it, and I think some people said they teared up and this and that, and I did put the emotional storytelling in there. So even though this didn't perform as well, this is an example of the two things coming together. I think Sonic is well, but not as much. But Little Big Planet, I think I brought everything up together. The storytelling was there, how the origins of Little Big Planet came together. I spoke about what it meant to me, what it meant to the community, what it meant to the gaming in general. I think if you watch that video, you would become a fan of Little Big Planet off the sole fact of what it represents, you know? So that's why I say this is this is top 3 again. So I don't, in no particular order, it'd be the Blue Giant video, and it would be the consoles video. I don't think I ever packaged this properly. I think that was a problem. The couch co-op video, I think, is relatable. Maybe I could have done a more of an emotional storyline, but I think I did because I brought different people on to speak about their experiences playing with their brothers or sisters or whatever, but it's never really caught fire. And you have to remember that at the time, I didn't have a big fan base, and I'm not saying I have a big fan base now, but you have more wiggle room to let YouTube to kind of like look for people to enjoy it after years of doing it, and you start gaining a fan base. Hopefully you can get your initial push off recommendations by your fans watching it. But when I was here, I think I just hit 10k, you know. I just hit 10, maybe not, maybe I was like 12k, 15k, but didn't work out. That's fine, it's fine. But yeah, mega flop, but I was happy with it. So what would I say? So I would say that it just didn't work out because of the topic idea. And one thing I was told, and this is the sad reality of the thing of YouTube, you kind of have to time videos, and if you don't time videos, you better hope to God that the algorithm catches you. So maybe if I did a really good video, I would have the leeway to make a little bit more of a personal video like couch co-op, you know. In hindsight, maybe that's what I should have done. I don't know. Bad anime. What did I say for this? I don't think I enjoyed this as much, and I think I'll start, you know, being a little bit quicker with this. We're almost done, but you know, Yeah, I felt kind of neutral about it. When I made it, it was more so wanting to, just because I rewatched Summer Wars and really liked it, but I didn't think it deserved a video by itself. And I knew that people felt the ways about its story. And I even pointed out that there was issues with the story, but I still enjoyed it. And I was like, yo, there definitely is a wider community that accepts that their anime isn't that good, but loves it regardless. So I think the topic was good. I think the script might be the issue here, you know. I think I could have swindled everything together a little bit better. I think the nostalgia is there. Well, maybe. Again, I think I couldn't use nostalgia as well here. What I was looking for to do is that second layer, the layer before nostalgia that I don't know yet, that I didn't access. A lot of YouTube is retroactively figuring stuff out, and it's hard to, even in 2025, to necessarily say what is my skill mix. I can just have a loose idea, but I think as videos come out and more I do stuff like this, I'm able to kind of like pinpoint and say, oh wait, it wasn't nostalgia, it was actually this before nostalgia. And then another time I can say this and this and this, and when I get to the point where I can actually say very accurately, these are my two things that I put together to make a video I'm very satisfied with and has a higher success rate of other people resonating with, given the timing. That'll take a while. It'll take a while, guys. So, you know, it is what it is. But this is, you know, flop, flop, flop. And I'm so glad I can look at this flop and not be sad. Because maybe a year ago, I'd be like, oh man, I'm so annoyed at this game. But like, bro, I put a lot of work into 4 of these videos back to back and nothing came out of it. YouTube is a cruel, cruel world, especially because at one point I thought I was going clear. When I had this run, 240k, 14k, 100k, 206k, I said I'm clear. 1k, 2.5k, on top of the fact I spent a lot of money getting that producer to make that song. 2.6k, 2k, 1.8, 3.2, 1.9, 1. You can't give up, bruh. You cannot give up. You just gotta like what you like and do what you gotta do. Okay. I thought I was genuinely, this one frustrated me because I thought I capitalized off, I needed to make another Avatar video. I don't think my last Avatar video was good. This one, I don't think it was good enough. So I know this is a crazy take, but I enjoyed the live action for what it was. So I wanted to defend it, and I couldn't get it to work. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I could fall back on the skill mix, but I think it's a packaging issue because Avatar was a hot topic for like 2 weeks, and I think I got it within that bandwidth, and it just didn't pop off. So I don't know. Invincible's the same thing. I got his video out maybe like a week or two into the hiatus that was between season 2. That like I think we stopped at episode 4, and then the rest would come out in March or whatever. I made a video in between there, nothing. And this is talking about hiatuses in general in terms of animation and why you should not be bad out to animators, okay? So I was talking about Jujutsu Kaisen as well. So I remember I changed the thumbnail and it still didn't work out. And JJK at that time was also a super mega, like, I'm not even joking. Me and my friends used to joke about this. If you made a JJK video in late 2023, you were almost guaranteed at least 100k. It felt like you actually like struck gold in the crypto market. Like it was instantly just going to just go to the moon. So I was annoyed when my thing didn't work out, but hey man, I just had to keep this pushing. Atmosphere. I think this is when I tried to look at what Internet Pit Stop did and do my own thing. And like, again, these are games that are close to my heart. Definitely Mario Galaxy, definitely Undertale. It's just, I don't think there was enough of a story. I think this is when I was really heavily relying on anecdotal, emotional storytelling without giving any kind of meat to chew on other than, oh my gosh, this means so much to me. Oh my God. I don't think that works for me. I think I got to put some facts, some analytics, some real life stories behind the story. I can't just say game good. I love playing this game when I was younger. Give me views. Some people it works for. For me, I feel like I need a little bit more than that, you know? And I think that's bang. I think I researched this one decently. I did not research this one as much because I think this genuinely was a review. But for these two, which is pure emotion, because it's just stuff I grew up liking. And again, remember, I'm saying my fan base was small, but I'll give myself a little bit of responsibility and just say I don't think I hit my skill mix like that. I don't want to talk about this Vagabond video. I don't know what I did wrong. Again, I talked to my big YouTuber buddy about this, and he just said, bro, this video is a banger. It's just wrong timing. Your channel is so small. It's really niche. I don't think anyone's going to see this. Even within the Vagabond community, you know, it's still relatively small on YouTube. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Some topics are just so niche enough that even if you have your skill mix, unless your packaging is top tier, just not going to happen. This video was 100% for me, made by me, to pull off a super eye patch wolf video like type thing and just say, hey man, I consumed a lot of 2023 content. Let's talk about it. Super Smash Flash. This one was a community that was dying for a video. I looked at like the videos that were on YouTube, and they're all kind of retrospectives. They weren't like emotional storytelling videos that I like to make. There was none of that. So I think that was a reason why it popped off. There was no reason. There was no Smash Flash wasn't in the eye of the public at the time, and it popped off. And I think the thumbnail made it pop off as well. It just gives that feeling of, oh my gosh, I do remember this. If I do remember this, I do remember this, you know? So, and it hit the nostalgia because I used to love playing this game, and the emotional storytelling because I talked about how, but despite the fact that Adobe Flash died, these devs kept on going, and it just is a real testament of what solo developers can do when they love a piece of content. Scott Pilgrim, hot topic, honestly, and I think it's just a great thumbnail. I don't think I did anything special with this video. I already made a Scott Pilgrim video beforehand. I don't think I added anything new to this. I generally just think it was a great thumbnail, and it was a hot topic. Omori, I think I switched enough topics enough to just people were willing to sit through it, because I say Omori, but it was 3 different things in there. There was Omori, there was Hajime no Ippo, and there was Pun Pun, and the whole topic was just talk about depressing things. Nostalgia, not really. Emotional storytelling, yeah. In the Pun Pun one and in the Kimura one, I hope I did say I enjoyed this video, because I might have skipped it. Oh no, I didn't. No, I wouldn't say neutral. I'd say happy. I enjoyed making this video. I love this one part. Where's that one part? When Kimura gets, you know, knocked down. Look at this.
Normal human being in a shonen manga. No one believes a man who is incredibly average could even hope to beat a talented world-class fighter who, to be honest, never took him seriously in the first place. And believe me, he gets his ass beaten round after round without landing anything. He's so close to death's doors. It's scary to watch. So imagine my surprise again when this normal guy, this average schmuck, creates a punch that takes out the champion in one punch. I get chills. I'm getting chills. Adding that extra sound effect, like some of this stuff isn't for everybody, okay? Some of this stuff is just for the creator, just to enjoy. Give me that Big Mac. That sound effect I added later on, the cannon effect, and then the live and learn in the background. One punch. Music comes back in. I love that part, man. Uproar, the upset of this moment. Storytelling is there because guess what? It looks like he won. Phenomenal. It seemed like just for a moment, if you wanted something bad enough and you risked everything on the line, even if you are average, you can do it too. So imagine my surprise again when he still loses. Like, I felt like I had raw footage and I was making my own mini movie with this stuff. I loved it. Oh my gosh, I love this video. This is not top 3, but it is. I love some of the sequences in this video. So again, it is what it is. It didn't work out. Channel was small. You know, meh. I think I'm done. I think I've kind of hit what I wanted to show. Have I come to some kind of big conclusion? Not really. I think if I'm able to talk about a topic that has a die-hard fan base that loves anything to do with the topic, which is why Scott Pilgrim did well, and I use the emotional storytelling, I think I'm capable enough to make a decent video. And then the thumbnail is good. You see, there's still a lot of moving parts. It's not as easy cookie cutter as I thought
I might make it to be. Can I filter this? If I can filter this just to show just all the bangers that I've done so far, I think that would be better. Sort by response. Okay, there we go. Okay, so look at all the bangers I got. Console Menu, Sonic, Smash, Scott Pilgrim, Male Sacrifice, Mega Banger, the other Scott Pilgrim, Mega Banger. These are all communities that are known to constantly talk about this over and over again. The Male Sacrifice isn't even a fandom, but you just know yourself. If you're a guy or or you're a girl and you know other guys, you know that like we might not talk about killing ourselves, but we might not talk about like fighting to the death, but there definitely is a lot of males who be listening to music like that in the gym. Okay, it happens. Scott Pilgrim, no brainer, big community. Super Smash Flash. Now that one might have been a leap of faith, but I'm glad that it hit its audience, and the audience that do know about it, yes, that is a core part of their childhood. Sonic, people love it. Come on, man. Console Menus, people don't know they love it, but they do. They love talking about nostalgia. I think that's my most nostalgic kind of like nostalgia bait I've ever made in a video. They loved it so much. So there is. I think I see a little bit of a through line, and each one, obviously, I'm very happy to make because I feel a ways about it too. So looking at that now with this video I'm making right now and the video I could be making right now, I can see them doing well. I can see Gumball doing decently. I think what will stop it is the thumbnail, to be honest. I can't think of a decent thumbnail. And then the other videos I have in store, which I'm going to just leak. How do I get rid of this now? I'm not going to even tell you what the grind fiction is, but I know that a lot of people feel a ways about this and it could do well. I just need to be able to pitch it as soon as I can to say, no, you guys should care about this. You guys definitely do care about this. You just don't know it yet. And then the Power Ranger one, I think could do well. I just realized I might not know as much about Power Rangers as I used to think I did. And I need to do a lot of research or ask a expert on the case. But yeah, it's cool to look at the videos from a couple steps back and actually see, what works for me. And you can kind of clearly see what does work for me. Now, it doesn't say I'll never make a video outside of that bubble, but, I'm trying to get videos that get views, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a job out of this. This is literally telling me what kind of videos that work for me. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to go out seeking them, but, I come out with videos sometimes a month, takes 2 months. I don't have all the time in the world, so I got to filter out some ideas and say, you know what, I don't think I should make this video right now. I think I should make this video right now. And if I wanted to start filtering stuff out with already ideas I already have from, life experiences and whatnot, this is a good hallmark. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think about what I just said. Maybe this helped you. Maybe it didn't. Maybe these are just shower thoughts that will never be, see the light of day. But yeah, see ya.